Hello guys, and welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to the little village house. So this is the last video here. I'm gonna talk to you about my final conclusions and what is gonna be the next projects. Also, I wanna answer some of the most common questions that you do to me on the comments. So I bought this house about 2 years ago now. And well, it wasn't a really good moment for me to buy the house because I was still on the middle of the build of my other house. But this opportunity came into the market and I just did it. I bought it and I waited a bit until the other house was nearly done to start this one. And well, I've been working on this house about a year if I count all the days, because I did some breaks to stay with my family and also to work on my other projects. But that's it, guys. When I first came in, this was all a big empty space. Luckily, the old owner have done some quite important works here on this wall and also on the roof, but everything else was very old, and yeah, I did basically everything. I start by doing the floor, pouring the floor with the help of my father and my wife. But yeah, guys, I think everything has changed a lot and I would never imagine the house like it is right now. So the main difficulties that I had during this project was a bit that I didn't calculate all the works I needed to do. Like for example, on the second floor I still had kind of the half of the house of the second floor, and I was thinking that I could keep that floor. Of course not. When I start the works and I start seeing all the state of the wood, I take everything out and I did all the new floor of the second floor. And another moment that I was quite scary was when I was doing that facade there and I was working on the windows, and then some stones start falling down and everything was looking really bad. I was a bit scary, so I called my stepfather, which is more professional and have much more experience, and came here and tell me where to continue. And that was a quite big help, because on that moment I was not sure what to do. But yeah, apart of these two moments, there has been lots of small moments that I was a bit scary, of course, but at the end everything went quite good. I didn't have any big problem. Luckily, everything on the facade, which was 3 weeks of hard work, didn't happen, nothing too wrong, and basically everything else went quite good, I think. So I am thankful for that. And I did learn lots of things with this project, of course. One of the things that I did learn the most is how important it is to plan the things with time. So when I need to buy materials for next week, the materials need to be ordered, because everything takes time. And when you're working on something, sometimes you forget about what you're gonna do next week or in 2 weeks, but that things need to be ordered before. So there is lots of planning before starting the projects, and that is all behind the cameras. And I did learn a lot about that. Also, my wife Joanna have been helping me a lot on that, because that's one of the most hard parts of building a house and filming in, because every week I needed to do a video, and was not that easy with the planning. But basically that's it. I did also learn a lot about that for my future projects, and everything went quite good. I did one video every single Sunday since I started this project, I think. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. And well, now the final results in comparison of what it was, with all the mud on the floor and all the dust and all the, everything was a mess. Now it's looking great. I didn't imagine a kitchen like this beautiful and all the floor on stone. This was a good choice. Basically, guys, I love this house. Of course, I could done things differently. I could install the kitchen there, like lots of you have been asking on the comments. But that's again with the planning. At the beginning, I did choose the kitchen here because in France, the people spend a lot of time on the kitchen and they like to have natural light. And this is the place with more natural light on the first floor. And there is quite dark, which I don't care for me for cooking, but people here in France spend a lot of time on the kitchen and they like to have the window here. So that's why I did choose here, but it could be also there. The problem is that I choose this at the beginning when I was concreting the floor and I passed all the pipes for the sink. So that's it, guys. That's why I did install it in here, because sometimes the decisions that you do at the beginning are very important, like for example where you put the pipes for the kitchen and for the sink and for the toilets and for the bathrooms. And once you do that, you cannot really change it, or it's just a bit too difficult to change it. But I don't regret. I love how the house has turned it out. It's just perfect like this. So yeah, also at the beginning with the tiles of the whole house, I wanted to keep them. I did my best to keep all these tiles, but I didn't manage, and well, I just leave some on the entrance to make like a reminder, and then I just installed this natural stone. But I think it was a good choice. Also about the heater, this heater, finally I understand how it works, and it heats a lot. It's a really good heater. It's gonna heat the whole house, I think, even upstairs. But yeah, upstairs I'm gonna install 2 electric radiators yeah, in the future weeks. About the electrics, I got a call, and they're gonna be installing the computer in the next 2-3 weeks also. So yeah, pretty happy guys. This project is done, and I'm gonna be able to rent it on the very near future. And yeah, you listen it right, I want to rent this house on long term. At the beginning, when I bought the house, I was thinking to do maybe a Airbnb or holiday summer vacation rental, which I think is not a bad idea, but on my case, I don't want to spend a lot of time here with that, and I think that needs a lot of time of cleaning the house, and yeah, all the time you spend organizing all the guests. And I don't have that time because I want to keep building houses. That's what I like to do, and I want to film the videos to show it to you, so I don't have the time for that. And also my wife don't have the time. She's working with me. She's organizing all the sponsors, all the planning for the houses, and raising my daughter, so we don't have the time for that now. We're gonna try with a long-term rental. I think that's gonna work really good for us, and that's gonna give us a nice comeback every month, hopefully. And the idea of selling, of course, I like this idea of selling the house, but because of the capital gain taxes that we have here in France, which are very, very high, if I would sell the house now, I would not earn nothing. So that's a bit sad, but that's like that. That's part of the game. I can't sell it now. I need to wait a bit, renting and having some money from the renting, and then I will be able to sell it at some time in the future. But anyway, I don't really want to sell it because I love the house and I want to keep it. But of course, would be nice to sell it and have all this money for the next projects. But anyway, that's the situation about that. I'm gonna try to rent it, and in the future 2-3 weeks, I think the house is gonna be ready to rent. So yeah, that's it. These are my conclusions of building this little village house here in France. I did spend a really good time, and I can't believe it, guys. I want to thank all of you who have been watching the videos, and I've been sharing this project with you, because on the real life I was alone, but with the camera and sharing all the videos every week, that was a very big help. And of course all the Patreons who have been supporting me every month to build this project. I'm so thankful to all of you. So next project, my mother-in-law house. I can't wait for that project. I think it's going to be very interesting also. We're going to turn an abandoned house, neglected, to a beautiful house for my mother-in-law. And about the next projects for me and my wife, don't worry guys, we are already checking the market if something comes up, good opportunity for the future. But yeah, on the future we're going to build another house, and we're going to share all on camera to you guys. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I think there is going to be lots of videos in the future. This is just the beginning. So next week we're going to go with the time-lapse of this house from the day I bought it until how it is right now, the full restoration time-lapse. I think there's going to be a great video, and I think it's going to work quite well. So I hope you all watch the video next week, and then after that we start with the new projects. That's it guys, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for everything, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Bye bye.